The Mississippi River alongside this beautiful scenic of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Second game of this first round tournament between the 10 seed Villanova Wildcats and the 7 seed Texas Tech Lady Raiders. And look here, LSU has stomped their way on to that second round.
That their teams are peaking at the right time, but also hammering home the importance of how special it is to be in this moment.
A fantastic moment for the Red Raiders' decade-long absence from the NCAA Tournament back here. And Villanova making their 4th NCAA Tournament appearance under Denae Dillon in her 6 seasons at her alma mater.
You see two teams. You'll have Texas Tech, they start in a set, then they open up the floor, where Villanova will start with a 5-out motion offense.
Got to put up a shot, and that one deflected by Kelsey Jones, younger sister of Kelsey Jones. As we take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Capital One in the corner. That one rims in and out for McCurry.
Yeah, Villanova's made up of 7 juniors and seniors, and then 7 freshmen and sophomores. And watching Villanova play early in the season, they're a completely different team now because those young players and new players that have joined the roster, they have become very seasoned.
On the take, Emma Nunes, the kick out to Fritz. Denae Fritz knocks down the first points of the game.
Well, because the defense is going to rotate and collapse in anytime there's penetration in the paint. So if you're a shooter, heck yeah, run to the corners because that's where your opportunities are going to be.
Ball into the floor, a little extension there as Maupin has the right back up. Bryn McCurry nearly taken away as Jones gathers in and knocks down from downtown.
This Villanova motion offense is waiting for you to make a defensive mistake.
Inside, Sonogo loses the handle. Second turnover in the early going for the Lady Raiders. Bosco moving in transition. The kick out, and off the mark is McCurry. This is a Texas Tech team coming in 25th ranked in the last AP poll. Best start of the season, as you mentioned, as Fritz with the runner and puts it up and in.
You're going to hear me talk a lot about the shooters getting in the corners. When you do that, that makes the defense flatten out. And to go in, what a kind of confidence that builds when you go in at halftime and be up on UConn.
The only team to lead UConn at the half this season, as you mentioned, Carolyn. And Jasmine Bosco told us yesterday how much of a confidence builder that is, but it's also got to feel really good when Ashton's
her older sister that played at Iowa State.
The all-time leading scorer for the Cyclones. And pinball coming up with the basketball is Henry. Up ahead to Carter. Asking for it is Bryn McCurry. Thought about it, comes in closer. Again, great ball movement here. Jones once again. Kelsey Jones. I know your name, girl.
You got Kelsey Jones that is just spotting up again. She was in that corner. This time for Villanova, and then the ball movement. When the ball pops and you're making the defense chase in rotation, Villanova's getting the shots they want.
And we heard Denae Dillon tell her group yesterday just about the opportunity that they have to play another game. The consistency that they have shown throughout the season. They've earned their opportunity to get here, keep earning their way to keep their season going. Top of the key 3 for Jalen Bristow.
Texas Tech put Jada Maloney in to have size inside, and so Denae Dillon puts Kylie Watson, number 4 in blue, to battle on the glass.
Well, Watson, who has bounced around, coming over from Notre Dame and then Oregon to find her way in a Villanova uniform. Bristow can't hit. Quickly, out on the break. There's Bosco in. And put in from Jasmine Bosco. And Maupin and Snetta Collins, who have had terrific senior campaigns, and Collins gets on the board. In defending this motion offense, how difficult is it for the Lady Raiders just to keep with the constant movement as an illegal screen set there. Collins thought about it with Ryan Allen with hand in her face. Doesn't matter at all.
That's SEC, former SEC against former SEC, because Ryan Allen is a transfer from Vanderbilt, so those two are very familiar with each other.
Bosco, the kick out. Jones, who's perfect and remains that way from long range. Lady Raiders can hold for the final shot of the first quarter. Nunez has to get moving. The facilitator puts it up, the left hand lead left short, and that takes us to the close of the first 14-13 ball game after one in favor of Villanova.
The first things that Coach Gerlich said to her team when she sat down was 2 points in the paint. They want to take advantage of some of their matchups, get to the post, and get some better shots off. She also said Kelsey Jones, she's the only one scoring right now. 4 for 4 from 3. We have to make her more uncomfortable.
And that's why they got Jada Malone, who transferred in from Texas A&M. They also needed an experienced point guard, and that's what they got in him and Nunez.
Now the timeout and put in, and that's a way that you want to see your team execute in the half court.
You start showing lack of confidence in her. Leaving her on the floor demonstrates to your senior.
Malone, Bristow, Fritz, Love, and Nunez can calm the waters for the Lady Raiders. Sydney Love taking it to the hoop, and she's fouled. At the free throw line, coming over from UTSA. She's provided lifts off the bench throughout this season. For tournament game times and networks, go to NCAA.com. We talked about the success of the Red Raiders athletic programs, the men's team in action earlier today with the win over Akron as that one spun in by Jasmine Bosco.
And so you say, okay, force to the sideline. Well, she can cross over and come back to the middle with confidence.
Another turnover, and it's going to be Villanova basketball. And here's that press. Let's see if it can be a little bit more effective, not slowing down Ryan Allen, who goes up the middle across half court. Bosco looking. And again, Kelsey Jones, who has been perfect from beyond the arc, but pulling up a little mini-game for Jasmine Bosco. So let's see if that little breather helped Boppin as they look inside to Malone. And they're going to call a push from behind from Ryan Allen. A 3-point lead. Bailey Maupin still held scoreless. Meanwhile, it's also the defense of the Wildcats taking advantage.
Establish yourself on the defensive end, because if you worry more about the offense, that's where your confidence can wane. If you're getting stops on the defensive end, takes less pressure. Takes a lot of pressure off of you on the offensive end.
That full court pressure being felt right now by the Wildcats, able to break it once more as Cesaretti finds Carter in the corner. No. And a foul called against Snutta Collins underneath the basket.
Now that could be big for Texas Tech, because Snutta Collins, she contributes almost 15 points a game.
And looking at this Texas Tech team, they relied on Denae Fritz to get them going in this game. She knocks down the three ball. So Fritz, the lone bright spot, along with Snutta Collins. They've got 8 and 7 points respectively in an even ball game. Bounce pass, nice find inside, reverse layup from Jasmine Bosco.
The offense, and now to implement it and play this season so smart on the floor.
Nunez picked up 2 seconds left on the shot clock and gets it to go in. about Olivia Miles going off a triple-double, her second in NCAA tournament game, taking down UC San Diego earlier today. Bosco elevates and connects.
All players do the same thing. It's not like posts stay in the paint and guards stay there, and then defensively they are so connected.
Well, you got to give Cesaretti so much credit. You talked about it before, but made that extremely difficult.
Talked about Cesaretti, the glue kid.
Mm-hmm.
So evidently Denise Dillon said, Cesaretti, your job tonight is to shut down Bailey Maupin. And
the first 2 points collected for Maupin, the first team all Big 12 selection coming from the free throw line. Final seconds of the first half. They look to get it to Jasmine Bosco. Too strong. Offensive foul, and that's huge. Third personal foul picked up against Bosco before going into the locker room. And that takes us to the end of the first half. Well, Bosco, who had a big second quarter.
Yeah, guys, I caught up with Coach Gerlich coming out of the locker room at halftime. I asked her what the message was to her team. She said, I felt like we settled in after we stopped turning the ball over so early. I asked her about Bailey Maupin and how they get her more involved. She said, it really comes down to more post touches. That's our strength, and the more of those we can get, the more Bailey can get going.
Thanks so much, Alyssa. Both of her points came from the free throw line, looking for her first field goal as she looks inside to Sarah Sonogo. Instead, keeps it, and over to Bristow.
Well, the basketball is staying on one side of the floor. They're not getting it side to side, and that's why it's making every drive tough, because the defense is sitting there waiting on them.
Inside to Jones, who remains perfect from the floor.
In reads of setting up the defense to make herself open. Look, that's how you get buckets.
And again, another offensive possession deep into the shot clock. They get it in to Sarah Sonogo. And a nice move inside. Jada Malone back in the ball game for Texas Tech. And with Snudda Collins as McCurry with her way to the rack. 14 points in the paint for Villanova. Poked away by Denae Carter. Carter finds Henry. They try to go back inside, but there is Bryn McCurry again. The and one for Bryn McCurry, who they say is such a cerebral.
When you watch McCurry, doesn't give up on the play, keeps her eyes tracking where the ball is going to come off the rim, and just heads up of put it up. If it goes in, great, but at least you have the opportunity to get fouled.
The take to the hoop from Maupin, and maybe that will get Bailey Maupin going. Krista Gerlich is seeing a different team than the one that put up 25 wins already this year.
It's almost like you want to hit the reset and call a timeout and go, let me remind you of how you went 19-0 to start the season. The ball moved. It was fresh. Now you may be overthinking it just because you're in the NCAA tournament or the NCAA tournament. You have got to play free. You've got to trust your offense, trust the work that has worked for you all season long.
It's been a tough game so far for Collins. 5 points, 3 fouls with Denae Carter at the line. Well, for the 6th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the network. Certainly looking forward tomorrow against UTSA, along with another 1 seed in South Carolina. Texas already took care of business earlier today, and UCLA will also play tomorrow night at 10. Maupin on the take in, the hoop and harm for Bailey Maupin.
And what's the difference in that possession? It got to the third side, from left to right, back to left, and then that gave the opportunity for Bailey Maupin to attack Allen off the bounce and get to the free throw line. The ball's got to move. You got to get away from thinking home run on that first strike. Move the ball side to side.
Maupin completes the old-fashioned three-point play. 7 points now for Maupin, and then a quick whistle. And again, remember, every foul is going to send Villanova to the free throw line. Denae Fritz with her personal foul.
Oh, that's good news that it's Fritz and not Collins. They need her scoring 15 points a game.
Multiple personal fouls here. Just under 3.5 to go in the third. Over the Maupin. Malone calling for it on the inside. Directing traffic is Maupin. She finds the corner. She knocks down the three. Tie ball game, and Bailey Maupin, the senior out of West Texas. The bounce pass inside, and a traveling violation. Four to go on the shot clock. Maupin tries to scoop it in. Tough take there. Won't go. Malone tries to steal that one away, and a hard fall to the floor for Jada Malone. But we have seen her with a couple of hustle plays here tonight. Maupin finds Collins on the inbound.
They're going to run a horn set, horns down, ball screen, and then get into flare screen. Let Snuda Collins go to work.
And it creates a little bit of separation, and there she's able to knock down the 15-footer. So Texas Tech grabs the lead. Off that make, Bosco out and running. How quick did she put that in? We enjoy just talking to her, getting to know her. I think she has a great future beyond basketball, and she could be in broadcasting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maupin pulls up for three with a defender in her face. No, Malone grabs a rebound, and Denise Dillon with her hands up. A foul called against McCurry.
Watch Jasmine Bosco just beat everybody down the floor. Jada Malone was back in safety.
No, I'll tell you, Nell Fortner, she's preparing for a run to the Olympics and coaching the national team. She's got to take a look at Jasmine Bosco. She is at a dynamic season. Jada Malone at the free throw line for Texas Tech.
And I love the confidence that Jada Malone has when she talks about coming in from her freshman to her sophomore year. I just want to be a better point guard. I want to be a great point guard. And she said, I don't want to go home.
Jasmine Bosco is going to do everything that she can for this Villanova team. Kelsey Jones, nice find. And Carter launches from three, gets it to roll in. So a 1-point lead back in favor of the 10-seed Villanova Wildcats.
Well, Denae Carter is one of those seniors, also doesn't want to go home. She was averaging over 12 points a game over her last 6.
Got a 1-second differential between play clock and shot clock, or game clock. Deflected right into Jada Malone. Does she get it in time? And they're going to have to take another look at it, but Jada Malone.
That's close because the shot clock.
After review, the basket was no good at 1.9 seconds. It'll be Villanova's ball on the end line. Spot throw in.
1.9 seconds remaining. is what we heard him say, but close of the third quarter, we saw Jada Malone with an attempt at the end of the shot clock. The ball did not get out of her hands before then. No shot clock violation was called, and so time then subsequently expired in the quarter. 1 point ball game here, an opportunity to advance, to move on. Lisa Lang, Tiffany Green here with you from Baton Rouge.
Villanova has, for the most part, kept a lead and has been a defensive nightmare on Texas Tech. They have, every shot they've had has come with a struggle.
Much like we're seeing here, making it difficult again. Nunez finds Fritz, 3 to go on the shot clock. Fritz with the nice baseline take. Johnson looking. And off the screen, and Denae Carter
trying to do is play in the middle of the floor. Those options will be there if they'll move the ball from side to side. It's been on this right side for the first 15 seconds of the shot clock.
And you see Cesaretti guarding, mopping the bounce pass inside and find a Jada Malone. Well, you said it there. It continued.
Got to find Bosco.
There she is, the circus shot, rims off. Offensive rebound. Bosco, shot fake, 3, too strong. Another opportunity, bounces out. A lot of good looks there from Villanova, just with the ball.
Texas Tech finally is the team with the lead right now. Oh, nice by Nunez.
The senior Spaniard is able to give Texas Tech their largest lead of the game. And how about Marsha Sharp?
And that's allowed Texas Tech to get the paint points they've been looking for.
20 paint points for the Lady Raiders. They have found a rhythm here in this fourth quarter. Lead by 5. Cesaretti for 3, halfway down, no. McCurry on the offensive rebound, and she'll go to the line. The top rebounder for the Wildcats of 2 free throws.
Cesaretti is back on Bailey Maupin.
Baseline drive kicked out and turned over. Again. See Jones cutting baseline, looking for her. Cesaretti with 6 to work with on the shot clock. Good defense there by Denae Fritz, flipped up. And how about the defensive stand there from the Lady Raiders?
And now can Sonogo fill that paint? Snetta playing the 4 for them right now, really allowing her to operate in the middle third of the floor.
A player who's putting up starter numbers coming off the bench. An odd positioning to line up. This is off center for Snetta Collins at the free throw line. How often do you see that?
Well, I see that when I play golf because I have a slice, so I play over in the tee box. So I kind of get what she's doing from the free throw line.
Snetta Collins, unorthodox in multiple ways as Bosco leaves that short. If you look at Snetta Collins' shot too, broke her wrist when she was younger. So when you watch her release, you say it's more like a...
It's like a slingshot, but that puppy goes in.
She gave up the shot in the corner. There's Fritz. She's knocked down a few. Got another! Denae Fritz, 3 for 4 from downtown. And a 7-point advantage for Texas Tech. 4 minutes to go. Villanova looking to answer and does so with the deep two from Bosco. First field goal.
She's got to take over now down the stretch.
Carter comes up with it, tries to keep it away, and pushes it up the floor. Jones asking for it as Fritz falls inside to McCurry. The three for Bosco, no.
Able to take a lead because the ball has started to move. You move it, make the extra as the defense is recovering. Denae Fritz able to get time for that three-point shot.
Against Arizona, had a season-high 16 points, goes to the bench with 13. And Texas Tech outscoring Villanova 10-4 in this fourth quarter, but great find as it leads to the basket for McCurry.
It's going to be execution and composure down the stretch for the last 3 minutes of this ball game to decide who gets to stay and play on Sunday. Time is running out. It's as if now Texas Tech is playing like they got nothing to lose. They have freed up. It's been Villanova that's played a little tight.
Final 3 minutes in this one. Texas Tech, first time in a decade since they've been to the NCAA Tournament. Last tournament win going back to 2005.
Here's who's got to make the play.
Maupin says, I'm on it. I got that. 20 in white. Bailey Maupin drops it. Off the screen. He's trying to use it. Looking inside and able to get it in to McCurry. She's hounded by a number of white jerseys. It stays with the Wildcats.
Maupin is a senior that doesn't want it to be over. 4 years at Texas Tech. She wants her season to continue. You got to get your shooter setting a back screen, make her a screener. Then she'd be open as a shooter.
Henry, no. McCurry tries to go in for the offensive rebound on the floor. Gets it out.
What a hustle play.
Hustle indeed. Under a minute to go. And a foul call. So on the inbound, the next foul will send Villanova to the free throw line. And what a tough shot there made by Bosco. And Bosco now with 18 points. And Texas Tech spending a timeout. They've got 2 remaining.
And they have Nunez, who's probably their poorest free throw shooter on the floor. She shoots 54%. You don't want to let Maupin get it. That's 84% right there, and she can just keep it. Look, you let the shot clock go down to like the full 30 seconds, then give yourself a lot of options.
Collins for 3 has it rim out, and Bosco comes away with it. Got to move quickly. Needing a couple buckets, loses the handle on it. And a timeout taken by Texas Tech. For Villanova left, 1 remaining for Texas Tech. Again, they were able to advance the basketball and quickly foul Bailey Maupin, and Maupin an 83%.
Playing to keep her playing career going.
Her restoring this program along with these players and bringing the grittiness and the toughness back to Texas Tech and to West Texas. And 2 huge free throws there from the senior Maupin. Marcia Sharp looking, hoping, waiting.
She had 47, yes.
Yeah. And that still holds as a record. You see there holding number 1. That was Krista Gerlich. You talked about the importance of a player like Cheryl Swoops. And Krista Gerlich understanding that. Bosco, good look from 3. She drills it. And still time. 1 possession game after that 3 ball goes down for Bosco and 14.2 seconds left. Here we go, 14.2 seconds remaining. A shot to get to the second round of the NCAA Tournament. And an offensive foul going against Bailey Maupin. Maupin? Will it be Villanova? Will it be Texas Tech? And out of the timeout.
Look, you want to take away the 3.
Okay.
3 would tie it up. 2, you still only got to win by 1.
And they're finding as Kennedy Henry over to Denae Carter. Already hit a 3 earlier in this game. Leaves it short. And Bailey Maupin comes up with the rebound. As McCurry fouls out of this one, and Bailey Maupin goes to the line to try to seal it.
Well, Denise Dillon puts in Ryan Allen, another 3-point shooter. So if there is a miss, an option for another possession to come down.
Maupin remains perfect from the free throw line, and that should do it as Texas Tech is able to seal this one. 4.9 seconds left.
Just get away from the ball. You don't want to foul.
And that does it. The 7th seeded Lady Raiders with their first NCAA Tournament victory since 2005. They advance on to the second round to face LSU Sunday. And Krista Gerlich saw a great effort from Bailey Maupin in that second half. 15 points in the last 2 quarters.